Welcome. Apparently there's there's like side stories to this thing. I don't know if it clicks in there it goes. I got the Doki Plus, so it's unrelated to the game, but it's interesting. Interesting. I'd try it, see what it's about. Sure. I like how the beginning's a laptop or a computer. Had a big lunch. Okay, everyone. I like the music. The Literature Club is starting. Let's all have a seat and take attendance, okay? Ugh. I miss Debate Club. Who knew it would be so difficult to start a new club? I feel worse with every day that passes without anyone coming in. Well, you're all by yourself? I'm really starting to lose confidence. Monica is the only member of the Literature Club. In the days that have passed, all of her efforts to recruit new members have been fruitless. Am I going about this wrong? Monica glances at one of her flyers. Headline is, "Do you like literature?" Maybe nobody is into literature enough to pick it over their other club interests. I can't just rely on people liking literature. I need to sell them on a vision. Oh, what kind of vision? Monica rests her head on her desk, deep in thought. But before she realized it, the recent nights of staying up too late to start to catch up to her. It's so quiet, and the noise of her air conditioner is soothing. Oh, she falls asleep. Hello? Suddenly, a voice causes Monica to snap awake. Oh my gosh! I'm so sorry. I never do this. Is this the napping club? No, this is. Monica pauses, suddenly embarrassed to admit that this is, in fact, the literature club. This is the literature club. Yay! I thought I got it wrong for a sec. I'm super sorry. It was like so unprofessional of me to do that. Don't apologize. I do that all the time. Oh. Did I miss the club meeting? Where is everybody? Well, about that. This is everybody. Really? Just you? But we're getting more members. I'm working really hard on it. Hold a sec. If it's just you. That means I get to be vice president. Wait, vice president? What are your qualifications? Well, I'm better napping than you. Maybe I should be president. Now you're just making fun of me. Oh, I'm sorry. What was your name? Sayori. Okay, Sayori. I've been trying really hard on this club. I know you caught me at a weird time, but it's really disheartening to not be taken seriously, you know. I care so much about this. I just want to find other people who do too. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I do care, I promise. I have a hard time being serious, that's all. I didn't mean for it to hurt you. And I was joking about the vice president thing too. I would make a terrible vice president. I mean, I'm sure that Monica tries to say something reassuring, but it's difficult when she still doesn't know much about Sayori. I'm sorry, but this isn't like a real club yet. Would you still be interested in joining after I found a few more members at least? Hell no. I want to join now. Really? Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun. Besides, I can tell how hard you've been working. You're doing something amazing and you should be proud of it, you know? So let me help you turn something stressful into something fun. You ever eat too much, your back hurts? That's what I feel like I've done right now. My back hurts. If nothing else, that was random. Yeah. If nothing else, I'm good at that, so. Aha. Aha. I should advertise myself. That's really sweet of you, Sayori. Oh, I'm Monica, by the way. Monica! That's such a cool name. Oh, now you're just trying to cheer me up. But you're smiling. Well, I didn't say it didn't work. Monica glances at her flyer on the desk and realizes that her name is already written on it. So, what do we do first? Well, it's getting pretty late, isn't it? We can go home and try to come up with some new ideas to recruit club members. I can do that. Cool. I think I need to put some more thought into my vision for the club. You know, like a mission. A mission is to make everybody happy. Yeah, something like that. I need to think about it. Hey, do you like hugs? I guess so. Sayori suddenly pulls Monica into a friendly hug, then let's go. Some people can just really use a hug sometimes. Besides, Sayori whispers loudly, hug energy is what keeps me at my best. Hug energy, Monica laughs. Although Sayori is very different from her, Monica feels her spirits lifted. Maybe it's just because she finally found another club member. But, well, I'm looking forward to tomorrow then. It'll be fun. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna think really hard tonight about how to get more people. Yeah, me too. A day passes and time comes for the literature club, Monica and Sayori, to reconvene. As president, Monica ensures that she's the first to arrive to the club room. But she finds herself waiting longer than expected by Sayori. It's been 10 minutes already. Maybe Sayori changed her mind about joining. No, that can't be. She was so excited yesterday, but I'm getting kind of worried. Suddenly, Sayori comes bounding through the door. In her hand, she's holding a sheet of paper. Sorry, I'm late. I'm here. It's okay. Welcome back. And Sayori spins over to Monica and deposits a sheet on Monica's desk. Well, what's this? Take my hand. Take me forward. Take me to your dreamland. Caution me to watch my step so I can't look back at my footprints. Climb the stairs ahead of me while I look up to you. The more I look forward, the more I look up, the more I can lend to you. If you can trust me to follow your pace, I'll trust you to set it. If you can trust me to lend you a smile, I'll trust you to return it. Take my hand, take me forward, take me to your dreamland. Sounds like a song, a pop song. Hey, this is really good. You wrote this, Sarah? Of course. Hey, no, that's the wrong side of the paper. Oh, huh? I wasn't ready to share that yet. I'm so embarrassed. Monica flips over the paper. Written on the other side is a list of ideas for recruiting new club members. Oh, so this is what you meant to show me. But I'm curious now. Do you write poetry often? I do, but I'm sure I'm not anywhere near as good as it is you are. Really? I'm actually terrible at writing poetry. I've never written anything I was happy with. Like, I always read it again a week after I wrote it, and I'm like, wow, this is so stupid. I don't know. It's like a dramatic version of me doesn't agree with the person I want myself to be, or something like that. Ah, you should have more confidence in yourself. You're the literature club president. I guess you're not wrong there. I needed to like set a good example or whatever. You know, I can envision the club doing something like that. Doing what? You know, like sharing poems we write and stuff like that. Oh yeah, would love that. It's such a good way to learn about other people, you know. Groovy music. It's like we have so many emotions that we can express to other people usually, but you can when it's in a poem, right? Yeah, I like that. I think that's helping me form a more cohesive vision for the club. So I was so glad you showed me. Well, even though it was a accident. Me too. I felt embarrassed at first, but now it feels kind of good that someone else read it. Whew. Lunch is really kicking my butt. I'll try to. There's not an old fart. I need a nap after I eat. It's pretty bad. I'll try to show you more of them in the future. Oh, I love that. Oh, geez, I'm getting distracted. Do you want to go over this recruitment brainstorm together? My brainstorm is so hard. Hello! Thank you, New Animal Farm. Appreciate your follow. How are you doing today? It was like a brain hurricane. My brain is a natural disaster. I actually laughed at that. Sorry, that's terrible. Anyway, let's take a look at the list. Make cupcakes. I was hungry, but it's a good idea, isn't it? Let me think about this. I mean, when would we have the chance to give people cupcakes? You know, like when they come into the club. What if we said we had free cupcakes on the flyers? I'm like kind of worried that would bring the wrong kinds of people, you know? I'm good. How are you? Is this your first time playing? Yeah. It is. I heard about it. This is the plus version, so I'm doing one of the extra stories. Supposedly it doesn't have anything to do with the main one. Hello, Valerie. I got a new follower. New Animal Farm. It's on Twitch. Roommate says hi, Valerie. Good morning. It's afternoon, sweetheart, but thank you anyways. So I'm trying this new version of Doki Plus. And oh, my eyeball. So this one's called Trust. It's the beginning. So I've heard that that twists that are really dark. I already kind of surmised that Yuri is a cutter, just from her poems that are starting to get a little weird. I think the way this is going is what's her face here? Sayori. Something tells me she pays more attention to making other people happy, and I think that's hiding an actual depression or something like that. That's just a guess. I don't know if I'm right or not. Because she seems to me like Robin Williams was. Robin Williams suffered from severe depression, and then he ended up killing himself. So. Wrong kinds? People would come in just for the cupcakes and then leave. Nobody would do that. That would be mean. Yendar. Don't give away. I haven't seen it. And I'm assuming Yendar means something I don't want to know. But you know, I want to find people who are really into literature, even if they don't know it yet. Ah, this music is cool. I love it. Let's see the next thing on that list. Hunt for people reading books. Hunt for people. I don't think I get it. Like going around to school finding people who are reading books, you know, like in the morning or during lunch, and we tell them to check on out at the literature club. Well, the problem with that is, like, wouldn't most people reading books just be doing it for an assignment or something? How do we know if we just don't? If they're just reading for fun? Well, we could ask them, but then we'd be bothering people who are trying to do schoolwork. I didn't think about that part. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. You're coming up with a lot more things than I can. With the power of or chicken noodle soup, I have gotten over my cold. It's amazing what chicken noodle soup does. Rest in chicken noodle soup. That's the best thing I can say. And don't forget to hydrate. Oh, by the way, I had some Mexican food for lunch. Ooh, it was so good. I had stuffed sopapilla and rice. Was it beans? Would have been beans. Green chili was over it. And then for dessert, I had a scoop of fried ice cream. Oh, I had a fried ice cream kicking my butt, making me so sleepy. Oh, your next idea is to hand out flyers rather than just put them up on the wall. I definitely like to start doing that. I'm useful. I never said you weren't. I just need to think, what would we tell people when handing them out? I don't want to just be like, join a literature club. Why not? That's a good way to do it. It's got pretty green eyes though, as Monica does. Let's figure out how we can better engage people. What if you told them about the club activities and stuff? The club activities. And I guess it's supposed to be my job to come up with that, right? A vision for the club. Okay, Sayori. I'm probably just going, oh my God. It's my mouth. It gets in my way. Pretend you're a normal person for a second. What? Wait, I didn't mean it like that. Haha. I really like Sayori. You know, like a random passerby who's getting a flyer. How would you react to the idea of a literature club? I'd be like, yeah. I love that pose. That is my favorite, Sayori's. That's literally my favorite. It gets me every time. Literature is stupid. Join the anime club. What the heck? Sorry, I was just thinking of a friend of mine. Me. Just thinking of Oldtimer. Okay, what if I said that we like do group readings and discuss it together? I love how the characters always stare at into your eyes 24/7 unless their eyes are closed. Yeah. I don't know. Sayori looks like she's looking off to my right. Your left. But Monica's staring right at me. I don't know. One of her eyes is, anyways. I would probably nap though through that. That's you, Sayori. Yeah, but that doesn't really sound fun to most people anyway. Now she's looking at me. What the hell? I like her blue eyes. Well, I like all the girls' eyes. Thanks for stopping by, and also thanks for the follow. Don't forget to hit that notification or whatever. I don't really have a schedule yet. See ya. Thank you. We need to really catch their interest, you know. This sucks. Why is this so hard? Monica! Don't be sad. What do you like about literature, Sayori? Me? Well, kind of what I said about the poem earlier. Yeah, but they left already. New animal farm left. So you can stay wherever you want to go. You're green. You change your color in chat. Cool. Or have you always been? I thought you were purple or pink or whatever. I don't remember. I got bad memory. What's with the puppies? You like my Twitch chat puppies? Trying to find a comfortable position. Well, kind of what I said about the poem earlier. I think it gives you a chance to express yourself. Oh my God. You should, I can't get out of this. Well, I could get out of this game, but you should go and put me on, start showing that I'm streaming on Discord so people will see it. I forgot to do that before I started. I got bits of shredded chicken in my teeth. That was so good. I really needed that. I think it gives you a chance to express yourself. Express yourself. Like express yourself in ways you can't normally do when you're just doing your normal day and talking to your friends. Also, Valerie, I just before I got on, I was downloading there's a big sale on Steam with Resident Evil, and I got two of my favorite games I played before. Then I got Resident Evil 0, which I don't think I played. I got Resident Evil and Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 4 is my favorite. And then I was thinking about getting 5 and 6, but I heard 5 and 6 kind of crap, so I didn't really want to get them. I didn't really play 6, so not one of my favorites. I thought about getting what is it, the number 7, but I don't know. They're on sale, so I might still get it. I don't know. Like express yourself in ways you can't normally do. I mean, we all have so many thoughts and feelings that we just don't get to share, you know? Why would it die if I played Resident Evil? It's low resolution, so it could probably handle it. Besides, I got it on an external hard drive, so it's not taking up too much of my space. Oh, I finally got that stupid chicken out of my tooth. Don't get to share, you know? It's like intimate. Yeah. How do we get that across to people? It could be like, express your true self. Express yourself. Be intimate with us. Whoa, easy. Okay, that's kind of, I'm just kidding. Oh my gosh. What is it? You're going crazy with those emotes. I love it. It's hilarious. I forgot all of my things in the classroom. I must have gotten so excited to rush here. Silly me. Rushed? But weren't. Never mind. Did you want to get your stuff then? Well, I was talking to the wrong person. I'll forget if I don't do it now. Well, I'll wait for you then. Okay, it'll just take a second. Sayori dashes out of the room, leaving Monica momentarily alone. Monica sighs and starts jotting her thoughts on sheets of paper. Express yourself. Be who you want to be. Make new friends. Discover a new you. Discover your heart. No. Write your heart out. Now, why are you crying? Why are you crying? right into your heart. Right the way into your heart. Join the literature code. Right the way into your heart. Wow, that's lame. Monica! Ah, you startled me. Sorry, but it's something important. Oh, the way in my classroom, there was a girl reading a book. Reading a book? What is that? Oh, it's fish head. Let's hurry and recruit her. Wait, are you sure she's not just doing homework? I could tell she was really into it. Well, I guess you could take a look. Monica grabs one of her flyers and stands up from her desk. Then the two depart the classroom, Sayori leading the way. But it's Yuri. This way! You don't have to run. Sayori leads Monica over to a particular classroom that then lowers her voice to a whisper. See? In there. In here. Monica peers through the window. Sure enough, there's a girl sitting alone, intently reading a book. I feel like a creep doing this. You are. You should go inside and talk to her. Me? You're the president. I would probably scare her away. Okay, fine, I'll do it. Monica takes a deep breath and timidly enters the classroom. That was fast. Oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. Why? What happened? Well, I entered the classroom. She didn't even look up from her book. So I kind of just left the flyer on her desk and then walked out. That's kind of cute. But I'm sure she'll see it. Come on, join the club. Hope so. So we head back now? The two head back to the classroom. Sayori feeling rather accomplished and Monica still feeling a bit embarrassed by the encounter. Upon returning, Monica and Sayori resume their strategy meeting. They discuss various different kinds of recruitment tactics from professional to silly. After going through Sayori's list and with Monica coming up with ideas of her own, the two end in a better spot than from where they began. Well, I would say today was pretty productive, wasn't it? Yeah! I think we're starting to make progress. I can't wait to get some new members. Hey, what's this? Sayori peers in the sheet of paper Monica was jotting on earlier. Oh, don't mind that. I was just thinking to myself. Join the literature club. Right the way to your heart. That's so cute. I thought it was a little over dramatic. But Sayori pauses and thinks for a moment. You know, I don't think you give yourself enough credit. What? What do you mean? Like, I don't know. I feel like I could tell from talking to you today. It seems like you're always afraid of doing something wrong. Yeah, but would you call yourself a perfectionist? Yeah, I definitely am. I mean, I always have an idea in my head of how I want things to go. And it's like I can't accept anything less than that. What the hell is that? Oh, is that ice cream? What is that? Yeah, that's what I had, fried ice cream. What's with the bald guy? Where are you getting these emotes from? Other people you follow? Or is that shit on mine? I don't even realize it. But I think in the end, it helps me try my hardest at everything. So I don't think it's that bad. Valerie, have you played this plus part? Because I absolutely have no idea this has even existed. Like with this club, we have such an opportunity to make it into exactly how we envision it. But it feels like we only have one shot at it. So I'm just really afraid of deviating from that. The vision. The vision. What's the vision? It's... Monica pauses to think, then shakes her head to herself. She sighs. I don't know. I just want everyone to... Monica trails off. Smiling, Sayori taps her finger against a sheet of paper. This is an extra story. This is I bought Doki Doki Plus. This is a completely different. This is the beginning of the literature club. It's called Trust. That's how they started. Smiling, Sayori taps her finger against the sheet of paper. Right the way into your heart. I think you're trying to do is to make the club that you need the most out of everyone. Well, you're the one who knows yourself best, of course. But I'm here to help you. Yeah, because when you start the game, it pops up as a fake, like a fake desktop, and then like your desktop in the game, and then it shows the regular game, and then it shows two storylines called Trust and this one, and there's another one I didn't see what it said. I just thought I'd try this because it said it was completely separate. And this is just a prologue, like how the whole literature club started, because it started with Monica, and then she walked in on her. Monica returned Sayori's smile. It's sort of amazing how kind you are. We're really gonna make this the best club ever. Sayori nods, and the two remain silent for a moment, lost in thought. The only sound is the steady whisper of the air conditioner. And the only movement in the afternoon sun is the afternoon sunlight trickling its way in and out of the moving clouds. Couldn't make animation on the background? That'd be cool. Sayori breaks the moment with a big yawn. Time to go home? You tell me, you're the president. In that case, today's meeting is officially over. I look forward to tomorrow. Me too. Sayori beams and grabs her things. You can go on ahead. I need a few minutes still. Oh, I can wait. That's all right. I just want to be alone for a time. In that case, Sayori waves enthusiastic at Monica. Good luck. Monica smiles and waves in return as Sayori spins her way out of the classroom. All alone, she sighs to herself and takes a minute to zone out. She wasn't prepared for the self-reflection encouraged by Sayori, but she decides it was something she probably needed right about now. The club that I needed the most. I don't get it. I just wanted to start a club with more passion. Something that I could use to help lead people to happiness. Literature is the key to that, because it's the window to the real person inside of you. Underneath the person who's forced to always smile and blend in. The person who's forced to be perfect. Monica suddenly noticed a folder on the floor by her desk. Did Sayori leave this behind? I hope it doesn't have her homework in it. Worried, Monica opens the folder to check. Poems? It's a folder of poems. Become the flower. A feeling of joy is a flower plucked from the ground. The color, the scent. It's so pretty in my hair. Every day I pluck some flowers as though they grew just for me. A lifetime of peace and nourishment, yanked away in an instant. All for me, all for joy. I need more. I need more joy. I need more happy. Pluck, 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 every day. Pluck, 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 so pretty in my hair. Pluck, pluck, pluck. You're going to die. And you too. Whoa. Beneath my feet, a flower stands alone. It beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots, caressing the final joyous moment between my fingers. But to what ends? I look in every direction. In the field I stand in, the prosperous field. It's barren, and it's a barren wasteland. The fruits of my labor, carnage of my joy. And that is why I decided I must become the flower. What? What the? Wait. Sayori? See, this is your made up doohickey. And you got more side stories here. Understanding. Oh, it's part 2. Oh. Another day passes in a flash, and it's already time for the next club meeting. Although Monica should have come up with a plan for today's club tasks, she hasn't been able to shake her guilt and anxiety after reading Sayori's poems. I'm so stupid. I can tell, Valerie, you're filling up my entire chat with him. It's pretty funny. I'm so stupid. How did I let myself be the center of attention? Sayori is going through these kinds of feelings, and I'm letting her confront me instead of the other way around. What kind of club president does that? This whole time, I didn't think to ask about her own feelings. So much for that stupid vision. Sayori enters the club room with her usual smile. But upon seeing the downcast Monica, her smile quickly faded into an expression of concern. Monica! Is everything okay? Dog. I'm really sorry. I'm such a terrible friend. Huh? What are you talking about? You're an amazing friend. Monica shakes her head. I made this all about myself. Even you said it so yesterday. You told me that I'm trying to make that club that I need the most, right? But my problems are so trivial compared to yours. Sayori responds quickly, quietly. What are you talking about? But as she says that, her face darkens. Through the silence, Sayori mutters her realization. I left my folder here. Monica stares blankly ahead, unable to come up with a response. I wasn't ready to share those. Now you're worrying about me. I don't want that. But why? We're friends, right? Wordless, Sayori nods. Friends look out for each other. I want to be here for you as much as you're here for me. Another long moment passes in silence. The air is incredibly heavy. This is different. It wasn't just about you yesterday, it was about the club. Besides, things were so happy yesterday. You don't need to do this all of a sudden. I don't want it. I like happy. So, if you do this, then you're just being selfish. Monica massages her forehead, struggling through the frustration of such a paradox. It's understandable that Sayori isn't ready to share certain things, but as unfair as it is for Monica to pry, it's also painful for Monica to force herself to ignore the needs of her friend. I'm sorry I looked. I disrespected your privacy. No, I don't blame you for looking. You would have at least needed to check it if it was mine. Yeah. Monica takes a deep breath. Okay. I understand that you don't want me to worry. And I think I'll be able to put this aside so that we can move on. But can you promise me something? Promise you what? Monica pauses to collect her thoughts. This is the Literature Club. It's a place where people can express themselves in the ways life normally doesn't allow them to. That's the vision. In fact, it's our vision. Write the way into your heart or whatever. So I just want you to promise me that you'll remember that too. It doesn't have to be right now, but I want to be here for you. Goddamn. But I want to be here for you when you need it. Oof. I stumbled through that one. That was bad. I want us to be ourselves like that. Sayori smiles gently. I'll promise if you promise. Unable to help it, Monica returns Sayori's smile. I promise. Me too. As the conversation closes, the mood in the room is lifted. With that behind them, it's time to proceed with the club activities. So, want to teach me about poetry? Huh? But what about recruitment? It's fine. We have plenty of time for that. But right now, I feel like I want to do this. I mean, I don't have to fulfill my end of the promise, you know. There's no way I could say no to that. Just don't expect much. I do a lot of writing, but it's not like I'm a scholar or anything. That's fine. I think I just need like some motivation. She wants you to be her muse. I never know where to start when it comes to writing poems. Starting isn't so hard. You kind of just need to write down your feelings and see where it takes you. Yeah, but that wouldn't come out any good. It's not supposed to. You're gonna have to fight your perfectionist mind on this one. You can just start by writing your feelings and see what kinds of things it makes you think of. And then you can turn your feelings to a little story. You can get your feelings down first and then make it sound pretty later. It's not like building a railroad where you go from one end to the other. It's more like a collage where you find all the things you want to put in and then you arrange them in a pretty way. At least that's how I do it. It's not like it's the only way, but it's a really good way to not get stuck right at the beginning. I understand. Yeah, I always get to hold a sec. Chair says hello. My roommate's lunch came in. He ordered Red Robin or Red Lobster. It smells like crab in here. Yeah, I always get so caught up in how it sounds and that I forget about what's actually important. Monarch pulls out a pen and paper to start writing on. Stop being a perfectionist. You idiot. Ha! I'm just kidding. Oh, man. Ugh. It smells like seafood in here. Gross. Haha, I'm just kidding. Monica scribbles out, "You idiot," after she writes it down. No, keep it. What? Why? Are you calling me an idiot? Of course not. But the point is that you're not supposed to police your feelings, right? Be as dramatic as you want. But I was just, well, yeah. Underneath the scribble, Monica rewrites, "You idiot." She stares at the paper. Her words stare back at her. Gross. You like the Red Lobster? Nasty. I had my trash bag over here by my desk is just full of my lunch. I have chips. They're crunchy though. Here we go. Yummy. I don't want to get up in the mic. They're really crunchy. A little ASMR. That's so gross. You don't crunch. really good. No salt. That's good. A lot of people throw a bunch of salt on their tortilla chips or whatever. Her words stare back at her. It's kind of funny. I wrote down what I'm mad at myself for, and then I did the exact thing anyway. This is really going to take some getting used to. Believe in you. That I do too. I mean, but also you, of course. Monica continues to exercise, jotting down her thoughts. It's surprisingly quite a struggle to write without overthinking it. After a while, with Sayori's guidance and encouragement, Monica's sheet of paper begins to look fairly lively. Peppered with all of her random thoughts. Phew! Monica looks up and down at her sheet. Gosh, I feel so tense looking at this. I hate it. But it's also kind of liberating. Mm-hmm. I can tell how hard you're trying. It makes me happy. I think you'll be good at writing poems. I don't give me too much credit. I'd have to try really, really hard at it. But I think that it's something that I'll enjoy doing. With you. Sayori beams. I'll stop here, but we still have time. Let's try to work on a new flyer for the club. But I won't be so picky about the language. Yay, let's do it. Monica and Sayori say it wrong. I'm so sorry. Sayori. Proceed with their work. I want to say Sayori all the time. With each passing day, the two of them become more confident in the club. What in the hell's wrong with me? Can't speak it a bit. Man, it's already 2 o'clock. Didn't even study for D&D. I was just browsing Steam. Not simply from their recruitment planning, but from their vision as well. As their bond strengthens, so does the essence of the literature club. Finally, they begin to truly feel it's only a matter of time before they find more members. Is that it? Oh. Another day passes. Another day gone, I'm deeper in debt. As usual, Monica is the first one to the club room. With her is a printout of the revised literature club flyer, complete with all the new ideas Monica and Sayori came up with. If only this was the flyer we gave to that one reading girl the other day. It's so much more attractive than the old one, but the new catchphrase is very clearly the center of the flyer. Right the way into your heart. To me, that's a little cringy. Surely, common sense would say that one writes from the heart, not into the heart. But the message being delivered is that one can use writing to discover themselves. Hopefully, Monica and Sayori had thought. But it would be enough to garner some curiosity from the students. Why do I feel so tense looking at this? Monica thinks back to the previous meeting when she performed the writing exercise. Was I always this bad at expressing myself? Express yourself. How am I supposed to be president if I can't even demonstrate what the club is supposed to be about? The literature club is truly beginning to take form, but with that, the weight on Monica's shoulders only becomes heavier. Debate club was always about rigid structure, formulating airtight points and counterpoints, and delivering them with conviction. I really, thinking of back then when they had clubs and stuff at school, I should have joined the debate club. honestly. It's not the fact that I love arguing with people. I love discussing things with people, you know, listening to their point of view and then adding mine, and then, I don't know, growing from each other's thoughts and ideas, combining them together. It's cool. You know, like some people might believe a certain way about religion, and another person might believe some other way about religion, and then they get to talking about each other's viewpoints on it. Maybe they even have the same religion-ish thing, whatever. They're both Christians or whatever. All right, what club are you in? And so I love talking to people and getting their point of view. It just fascinates me, the other people's point of views, as long as they can communicate to me without being violent and burning down my city. I really love it. I really love interacting with people and getting their points and stepping into their head a little bit. It's really cool. Arts and craft, and my club leader was so kind. Yeah, the arty people, the arty fartsy people. Yeah, they tend to be more creative. Not always open-minded, because you know, a lot of artsy people that they're so close-minded and they're so rigid that they don't want to accept some other person's viewpoint. It's just always their idea. It's sad. But I'm getting off tangent here. It was about the person on the outside. That's why Monica was so good at it. It existed entirely within her realm of comfort. It's suffocating. I need to break through this mental wall. I need to learn to express myself for real. Monica pulls out a sheet of paper and grabs her pen. She presses the tip of the pen firmly against the paper, but her hand doesn't move. Instead, a tiny blot of ink collects around the tip of her pen. Monica lifts her pen and stares at it a little bit, at the little blotch. For some reason, she feels compelled to run her finger across it. As she does so, the black ink smears across the paper, ruining Monica's canvas. Ugh. Out of spite for herself, Monica presses her pen down once again, letting the ink collect. She creates a second smear on the paper. Come on, Monica. Just move your hand. Monica writes. This is what I get for seeking perfection. A stain. Okay. Monica slides the paper away from her hand and puts her head down on the desk. And she's so hard on herself. The air conditioner seems louder today. I'm here. Hi. Monica hears Sayori approach her desk, then stops for a second, probably reading a piece of paper. Then she sits down at the adjacent desk. Bad day? Mm-hmm. Me too. You too? The new flyer looks so good. You've been working so hard on the club, but also something else, I think. I can't do that. I can do it. I can't do it. I can't read. I'm sorry. It's so hard to just be vulnerable. Sayori takes a sheet of paper from Onyx's desk. She writes something down, then stares at it for a while. Can I trust you? Of course. You can trust me with anything. Sayori gazes at Monica with sadness in her eyes. Understanding the signal, Monica takes the paper from Sayori's desk and reads it. Sometimes I want to die. Holy shit, what? Sayori. This is really, really hard for me. Her voice shakes. So if I can do it, then you can too. Because you're like a million times better than me. That's completely not true. Just give me a sec. be right back. I'm all right. That just kind of hit me. Sayori takes a deep breath, trying to steady herself. That's something about me that I've never told anyone before. Even now, my head is like screaming at me to stop. Wait, you don't have to force yourself. I mean, just because of the promise yesterday. I want to. It just feels right. I mean, maybe it's part of the reason I came to this club in the first place. This is Literature Club. I trust you. More than I'm scared. At those words, Monica stands up. Sayori must have taken days to work up the courage for this, where Monica's own futile but genuine efforts actually the push that Sayori needed. Sayori's delicate breath, Freudian slip, can be heard over the air conditioner. As she prepares herself to continue, Monica waits in gentle silence. I have this problem where I get really upset when people worry too much about me. I can't control it. It's like, why waste your energy worrying about me when you can just be happy instead? So I never tell anyone about these kinds of thoughts that I have. It's so much easier to just smile and help everyone else be happy. But that's terrible. That's what Monica wants to say, but she stops herself in fear of saying the wrong thing. It's just that if everyone knew about it, then they wouldn't treat me the same anymore. Like whenever I'm not smiling, everyone would worry about me and ask me wrong question or what's wrong. I know that because it used to be like that. Sayori pauses, seeming to recall something in the past. I just want everyone to be happy. That's the most important thing to me. And letting people look inside my head doesn't bring happiness into anyone. Sayori pauses again, her solemn expression making her look almost like an entirely different person. And how did you find the courage to tell me this? You're not worried that I'll be the one of those people too. I am worried. Part of me really hates myself for doing this, but another part of me, I think, just felt like it would be different this time. Whenever we talk about what the club is supposed to mean, I keep feeling like it was right for me to do, especially after you've been trying so hard to express yourself too. It just made me feel like I could say it in confidence and our friendship doesn't have to change. It's so silly. The club is only 2 people, but it already means this much to me. Monica feels a tightening sensation in her heart, a feeling of connection as Sayori's emotions radiate between them. Me too. I was so lost until you showed up. You're so brave, Sayori. You're so strong and brave. I don't even compare. Monica steps forward. But if nothing else, I can at least offer you some hug energy. If you'd like. Oh, wow. Wordlessly and without a smile, Sayori rests her forehead on Monica's shoulder. That's pretty. Should snap that or something. Through their contact, Monica can almost feel the torrent of thoughts swimming in Sayori's head. And in this moment, enchanted by the air of the club, Monica realizes that of all the days that have passed, this is the one where she really, really hopes that nobody new walks through the door. She speaks softly. You're like the sweetest girl I've ever met. You can say anything. I'll never judge you. I promise. Sayori's breath begins to quiver. It's gonna make me cry again. She takes several deep breaths, trying as hard as she can to start speaking, to say the thing she never once dared to say out loud. Finally, she speaks in a choked voice. I'm so worthless. Wow, this is a touching story. I'm worthless and everyone would be better off without me. She suppresses a sob and a tear falls down her cheek. I'm just an inconvenience to everyone. I'm not good at anything, and it just feels like everyone just has to. God damn this story. Just has to put up with me and hate it. I hate it. The more Sayori speaks, the more she fails to control her voice. Fallen victim to the overwhelming sadness clutching at her throat and chest. I don't want to have these thoughts. I want them to go away, and now I'm making you put up with me, and I just want to die. As soon as Sayori loses her composure, Monica becomes determined to keep her own. She only wants... God damn it. She only wants to be what Sayori needs right now. So she won't let any sad... I'm gonna fucking bawl. Fuck. Oh, man. We go freaking cry, baby. So she won't let any sadness show. Her voice comes through as soft and gentle. This isn't putting up with you. It's just being your friend. This is probably hitting me because I actually had somebody like this. Puppies. Monica offers a few words of comfort, but she knows Sayori said it herself, that the thoughts Sayori experiences are the ones that don't belong, and Monica can't magically make them go away. The most she can do is help Sayori battle them, like any good friend would do. You have so much value to me and your other friends too. This club wouldn't have been the same without you. I really, really mean that. You coming here was the best thing that could have happened. Pet Froggy, they don't do much but just sit there and go. Even if we never got any other members, I would still be happy. That's what you brought here. You brought us a vision, and you also brought happiness. And that's your favorite thing to do, right? Sayori doesn't respond, but Monica feels her gently nod. No more words are needed between them. To share their embrace for a while longer, Monica letting Sayori take as much time as she needs. Once her breathing steadies and her sniffles fully cease, Sayori lifts her head and wipes her eyes. I guess I need that. Some days are harder than others. Well, I'm here whenever you need me. But any other time, I'll make sure that things are the way they usually are, if that's what makes you happy. Mm-hmm. Thanks. You're the best. No, you are. To exchange smiles. You know, I'm sorry to bring this up all of a sudden, but have you considered talking to a professional? Sayori nods. It's scary, since it's already so hard to tell people. Yeah. Well, of course, it will always be your choice, but if you're ever looking to find the courage for it, I can do my best to help you. Thanks. I think it helps knowing that you would. Sayori suddenly yawns and stretches. Wow, that made me tired. Yeah, it does. And hungry. I don't know about that. Well, I won't make you do any work today if you're not up for it. No, I want to. I mean, I can say that it's definitely one thing that makes me happy. Monica smiles. For now. But I might want to get a snack first. All of a sudden, the sound of the door causes the two of them to turn their heads. The door opens halfway, then stops. Face peeks inside. A face that seems familiar. It's Yuri. Man, that hit me hard. That I didn't think it would, but I did. I just remember back, certain friends that I had, and sometimes even my thoughts are like that. But yeah, that hit me. That kind of hit me hard. A little personal. I didn't mean to be all blubber blub on camera. But I think I'll just continue the story. That I don't know if that's any better, but oh man. I'm the last one here again. Don't worry. I just walked into. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano? Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember? The club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you are all willing to help out for the festival too. I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part in of the festival. But it's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. Got a point there. You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monica, do they usually have fried squid? Phew, gross. Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Come on! Are you saying you don't like squid? You of all people? I'm saying I don't. Gross. Yeah, I didn't say that I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Monica. Eh? That's not how you say my name. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay? Fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me? Where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. Eh? You're spaced out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh? Is everything all right? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? Just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Jeez, you worry about so much about me. Fine, see? Sarah shows at me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. All right, if you say so. I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back toward everyone else. Yeah, I would totally see through that mask of hers in a heartbeat. But the conversation has already dispersed with everyone back at their usual activities. It's kind of odd that I picked precisely what Sayori's problem was. I've never done this before. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approached Monica, who was shuffling through some papers on her desk. Oldtimer, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? I mean, what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into it a little bit too much, but she seems a bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there's something on her mind, but I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Oldtimer. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No. It's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Eh? Are you sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with a person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Oldtimer. Well, it's hard not to. Look at me. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know. Eh? She's been so much happier ever since you've joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her. What? No way. Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it anyways it always has been. God, I can't read. You're so funny, Oldtimer. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful because that's how she is when she's around you? I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know? Anyway, I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. All right. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her, but she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear her from here. I sigh and I sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down to so much? Now, it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary, but there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Suddenly, I notice Yuri peering at me from over her book. But she looks away just as quickly with a flustered look on her face. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord, so I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now, it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit in one next to her own. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't even do anything. But I could tell that you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts? How were you even able to tell that I was what I was thinking about? Well, it's something that I do a lot, so it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything. Yeah, you were. I didn't do anything creepy like that. In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are only the concern of those who willingly share in that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen. It's really not that big of a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah, she seems a little off today. But when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh, that's quite romantic. Eh? Sorry. I didn't mean to say something stupid. It's not that. I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have just been friends for a long time, that's all. Ah, I see. Then perhaps it is unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much. Oldtimer? The world is full of meaning, often hidden deep beneath plain sight. And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. Ah, so you think that there might be something behind it after all? I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what may be going on the inside of her head. Whoa, something's going on. I'm getting dizzy. Weird. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what may be going on in the inside her head, and she may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today too, and I also feel some concern for her. But in your case, it looked like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she? I guess. But you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes, a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves. And you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware you were in you. That is, I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy, so I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. That's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it. Yeah. I should be taking my mind off it should be taking my mind off the whole thing anyways. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monica calls out to the classroom. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. So, who should I do? Let's do Sayori. It's nice, I guess. Come on, I can already tell you don't like it. Well, you don't need to worry about that, what I think. After all, you wrote it for someone else, didn't you? Probably, Yuri. I didn't write this for anyone specifically, maybe. That's not really what I meant, though. But it's okay. You're making new friends, just like I was hoping. That makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club? Well, of course I am. Good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Oldtimer. Sayori? Is there something wrong? Huh? No, nothing. I'm just a little tired today. All right. Just tell me if you need anything. I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everyone else now, if you insist. Yay! I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Sayori? Tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. I don't think that girl needs to be alone right now. Who should I show my poem up to next? Let's go Natsuki. Yeah, no thanks. You didn't even... Next. Well, now it's focusing on Yuri since I've been focusing on Yuri. Oldtimer? Your writing has only improved in these last few days. Every poem you've shown me has been nothing short of spectacular. I can really feel the emotions. I'm a little envious even. I don't think it ever came to me this naturally. Yuri, that's the wrong way to put it. This never did come naturally to me. But I've been able to improve so much thanks to you. You're really an example I was chasing for. Your average gamer, hello. Welcome. Is that so? Yuri gently smiles to herself. This feeling, I'm so glad I got the chance to share my writing. I never thought it would feel like this. I remember you mentioning that yesterday. I can't believe that you're so good at something and you're never even shared it with anyone. How are you, your average gamer? Hope you're doing good today. It's kind of a shame. Maybe not, but itchy. It's not like I really had a choice. What do you mean? Well, Yuri smiles sadly. Oldtimer, during lunchtime, I eat by myself. Did you know that? It's a great time to find a quiet spot and do some reading. In fact, I always have some books with me. You could say I really enjoy reading. Well, that's one way to put it, anyway. But books are so full of amazing and inspiring people. People you want to fall in love with. Or people you just know would make a really good friend. Cheerful people who always put a smile on your face. More ice cream, I hope. At least I hope that's what that is. Are deep thinkers and problem solvers who discover the mysteries of life. Valerie, we got another person came in and saying hello, or they stopped by and swung by. They're over on YouTube. You got to open up two windows, keep an eye on both chats. So when you look at it that way, I'm surrounded by friends every day, you know, and those friends don't laugh at me. They don't tease me for spacing out all the time. They don't make fun of my body type, and they don't hate me for acting like a know-it-all. People say that about you? I'm not a know-it-all, old-timer. It's just the opposite. I don't know anything. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to make people see me as normal. I don't even know how to make myself happy. I have all these feelings, and all I can do with them is read and write. But it wasn't until now that I started sharing it with you that I really understood what was missing all this time. But I haven't really done anything. No, that's wrong. Just being patient and respectful, that's really important to me. I know I'm a different person, old-timer. I speak too slowly. I second guess myself all the time. I read too deeply into things, but every time you've always treated me just like everyone else. I'm not sure if they're still there, but they just kind of popped in and said hello, and then they didn't say anything afterwards. It's so rare that I feel comfortable with myself when I talk to others, but that's why every time I talk to you, I just feel really happy. I see. Well, I treat you how you deserve to be treated, Yuri. And if other people don't see it that way, then screw them. This guy is scary, like thinking the way I think. It's really weird. I mean, I joined the club hoping I would make friends, and I would say I've had at least one success. Wouldn't you? If you put it that way. Yeah. We really are friends now, aren't we? Yuri puts her head in her hands. This time she's smiling as she does. Do you want to show me your poem? Yeah, I do. Let me get it for you. Ghost Under the Light Part 2. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing in the distance. A blue-green light flickers. A lone figure crosses the path, silhouette obstructing the eerie glow. My heart pounds, the silhouette grows closer, closer. I open my umbrella, casting a shadow to shield me from visibility. But I am too late. He steps into the starlight, on streetlight. I gasp and drop my umbrella. The light flickers. My heart pounds. He raises his arm. Time stops. The only indication of movement is the amber light flickering against his outstretched arm. The flickering light is in rhythm with the pounding of my heart, teasing me for succumbing to this forbidden emotion. Have you ever heard of a ghost feeling warmth before? Giving up on understanding? I laugh. Understanding is overrated. I touch his hand. The flickering stops. Ghosts are blue-green. My heart is amber. I don't really get that one. Finishing the poem, I start to hand it back to her. But instead of taking it from me, she looks away. Do you dislike it? No, of course not. I don't really know how I should respond. Despite Yuri's poems usually being cryptic, it wasn't hard to figure out what this one was about. I don't know if I'll be able to explain this one. That's fine. I understand this one. Yuri is having an even harder time speaking than usual. Does this one mean a lot to you? Yuri nods. I'm not really good with words, but I'm happy that you shared it with me. So thank you. And I hope we keep spending time together. Despite my inability to make eye contact, I see a faint smile emerge on Yuri's lips. I once again try to hand the poem back to her, but instead Yuri gently takes my hand and pushes them back toward me. I hesitate in response to her warm touch. You can, the poem is, once again, Yuri fails to form a complete sentence. You mean I can keep it? Yuri nods. I'd love to. Again, Yuri faintly smiles, as if she doesn't want me to notice. You always make me feel nice. I know I'm not good with people, but I hope that I can return a favor sometimes. Yeah, Don't worry. I think you do a good job. Yuri finally turns back toward me. I guess we should move on before Monica says something. But I'm sure we can talk later. Yeah, I'm sure we will. With that, Yuri timidly smiles at me and I return to my seat so I can put her poem away. Hi, Oldtimer. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. I let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands. Your style's gotten refined, so refined, Oldtimer. Yuri's been teaching you a lot of things, hasn't she? Well, I guess so. Yeah, I've been noticing how much time you spend with her. I think I've heard her say more words these past couple days than she's talked in the whole year. Not sure how you did it, but that's pretty impressive. Well, she just needs some patience and a way to talk about all the things in her head, I guess. I'm still getting the hang of it myself. You're certainly putting a lot of effort. You must really like her. That's... It's awfully suspicious, you know. Spending time with her in the club room every day, reading that edgy novel with her. Well, I just feel bad that she has a hard time socializing. It makes me want to make sure she doesn't spend all her time alone. Besides, a novel isn't too bad either, you know. All right. I get you. Just be careful, all right? I know that Yuri isn't used to opening herself up. So if something bad happens while she's vulnerable, then it would be really hard for her. Her books aren't a total escape from reality. They're just a bandage. You say that like I'm going to hurt her. Sorry, I didn't really mean that. If anything, she might accidentally hurt herself. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, all right? Pitting? What do you mean pity? Pitying? I'm not pitying. What are you talking about? I've had friends like every single person here except for Monica. I never had friends like Monica. But I've had, I'm not sure Natsuki, but I figured I've pegged Saori from the get-go. I definitely had more friends like her than anyone else. It really, I was always the one that was the rock, I guess you want to call it. Everybody came to me, talked to me about their stuff. I guess that carried on my entire life. Since I was a kid, all my friends came to me. I'll share my poem with you now, all right? All right. The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders the earth, a beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather. Lost adrift the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky. Until one day the wind ceases to blow, I fall. And I fall and I fall and fall and even more. Gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I know at her eye, I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, There is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend. Your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. That's weird. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sort of things that gives life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. I never really put much thought into it. Anyway, it's almost paradoxical, because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you'd know better than that. Than anyone. You mean one-dimensional. Yeah, that. Anyway, what the fuck? Here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response or something you to put something. Okay, let's start. It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. Oops, excuse me, I burped. But if you find another, oh my God. I've lost the ability to read. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing because a lot easier. Oh God. Language is not my first. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue. Money to frame. Thank you for following. Got another follower. Whoop whoop. Over on Twitch. All right. What is it, like the Twitch dance? It's a new follower. Stupid. And it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a second. Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now? Eh? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez. Why is it the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Ooh. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here. Ah, seems you're right. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balanced and thrown off a little when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on. She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early. That's so. Hope she's all right. Seriously, if all the times to not go home with her, you pick the time she's not feeling well, so much for you two being all lovey-dovey. No. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. Second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. Ooh. That's curious expression coming from Yuri of all people. Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything is fine. What did she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations, so let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes, but we might need a lot of them and different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri, you can guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No. Oh, that's not that at all. You're the most talented person here, you know? Now Natsuki's pouting too. Jeez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. That may be the case. You and Monica, you're all Twitter pitted over Monica Valerie. But if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. I would have thought you went for Yuri. She's all the darkness and anime thing. So Yuri, you have a beautiful handwriting, you know? So you should make some banners and just decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that, I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk and focuses and starts nodding to herself. You love Monica. Don't deny my love for Monica. Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be the wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Oldtimer, the one who is truly useless. Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You could always help me out as well. I would be really appreciative of that. Is Monica suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give to you. It's not like Monica's going to give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Oldtimer may not like to be around if you only make him out to be a nuisance, so therefore, he may be able to be more suited to assisting with the decorations. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for Oldtimer too. Well, what are you saying? It will be extremely meticulous work, and baking isn't. Just what do you think? Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Oldtimer to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? So I'm sure he's interested in. You literally just said, I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying though. Jeez. Can we just settle this already? Yeah. Oldtimer, you're okay with this, right? Babisco Babu? Bau? Bumpty, what's up, Bumpty? We got Bumpty in the crowd. Woo. Don't forget, hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. Click, left click. Looks like this. In the end, it's up to you. Great. I got to pick. Somebody's going to be pissed. Of course. Very well. In that case, everyone looks straight at me. Wonderful. No pressure. But of course, I'm going to go with. Ooh. Why is Sayori in this one? I'm a little worried about Sayori, to be honest with you. I've been heading towards Yuri the whole time. Yeah, boo. What the hell? You guys are just talking nonsense in this chat. There's 4 of them, okay? So in traditional D&D style. Do Sayori? You want me to do? All right. Well, never mind. I was gonna roll a dice and see who goes, but I will do Sayori. Laba laba, labo labu. I mean, if it's going to be anyone, then I prefer helping Sayori. I mean, we're already neighbors, but Monica said that Sayori was helping her. Jeez, do you really hate us that much? No. Sorry, I didn't mean for this to be difficult. Just think of a club, okay? Crap. See, it didn't work, did it? 6-sided dice. Okay, I know it says 3 there, but what I'll do, I'll roll the dice and then I'll divide it by 2. So here we go. 4. So we're gonna go with 2. It's 1, 2. So we're gonna go with Yuri. Oh, the fates have decided. Well, I'll probably be most useful helping Yuri out. Me? Are you serious? Why would you? Natsuki, I can already tell you're about to say something mean. No. I was just saying. Whoa. Lava, daba, blow. So you'll be helping Yuri then, Oldtimer? Yeah. That's what I'm going to do. I'm glad. I have a bad habit of overthinking these sorts of things. So I think your assistance will be very helpful. That's great to hear. But Natsuki, will you be able to handle the baking yourself? I mean, yeah. I already said it would be fine. Okay. Everyone can tell that Natsuki is feeling a little sour. So, is that everything we needed to go over? Yeah. That should be about it. Are you guys excited? Well, excited maybe isn't not the right word, but I suppose I'm looking forward to it a little bit. Do you feel the same way, Oldtimer? Me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out. That's good enough for me. What about you, Natsuki? Natsuki? What? Why is everybody yelling at me? I didn't even do anything. No, that's not what I meant at all. Yuri anxiously glances between everyone in the room. I'm sorry for this. I don't really know why Oldtimer picked me. And also, your cupcakes are the best cupcakes I've ever had. They go really well with my tea. Nothing that I do for the event will compare to that. So I get it. I'm kind of surprised though. Why? Well, I'm the one acting immature. Little eyeballs and a kiss? What the fuck? I already know that. But you're trying to cheer me up all of a sudden. I know I'm not very good at it. I'm sorry if I said it's something bad. Natsuki isn't the only one surprised. Monica and I are also taken aback by Yuri's words. And she already has trouble with words. Trying to cheer someone up must be far out of her own comfort zone. But I begin to understand. Yuri was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. No, I kind of appreciate it. I'm sorry for making a big deal out of nothing. But I'm going to say this. You better bet that my cupcakes are going to be the best part of the whole event. I believe you. Yeah, I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today. So I guess it's time for us to head out. All right, let's get out of here then. Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monica and Natsuki out the door, and they chat between each other. I turn around. Sorry? I realize that I don't have any way of contacting you this weekend. Oh, you're right. I can't believe that slipped my mind. Should I give you my phone number? I think that would be the best way, yeah. All right then. Yuri and I exchange phone numbers. Okay. Then I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday? Eh? My house. Is that a problem? No, not at all. I just thought that I would be the one going to your house since I'm the one helping you. I suppose that makes sense. But if you don't mind, I think I would prefer going to your house. All right. In that case, it won't be a problem. I decide not to press Yuri for a reason. It's not like she should matter much either way, so I'll just need to make sure my room is clean. I hope I manage to make myself useful in some way. I'm not nearly as creative as you are. Don't underestimate yourself, Oldtimer. I think that we'll make a very productive team. Even if you only chose me because you felt bad or something. Wait. You don't actually think that, do you? I don't know. It's difficult to come up with any other reason you may have chosen me. You're forgetting the one reason with the most common sense. I chose to help you because that's what I want to do. But and the dice said so. I didn't tell her that though. Yuri thinks to herself with an extremely tense expression. Yuri, you're overthinking this. You wanted me to point out when you're overthinking, right? Eh? I didn't realize. I'm telling you, I want to. That's all there is to it. You believe me? Hey. Yuri thinks really hard again. She looks straight into my eyes for a long while. I believe you. As if it took the tremendous effort, Yuri finally says that and relaxes her expression. And I'm really looking forward to Sunday. Yeah. And I am too. After that exchange, I make my way out the door and Yuri follows. I can't believe this. Yuri is going to be coming to my house on Sunday. Even though I would have preferred to do this with Sayori, my anxiety still shoots through the roof. I guess I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point. But who knows what might end up happening when we're outside of school. She even told me she was looking forward to it. I shake my head. Why do I feel nervous that Sayori finds out about this? It's not like we feel that way about each other. Besides, like Monica said, this is about the club. I have nothing to worry about. If I just go with it, then I'll have a good time. It's already Sunday. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Yuri's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help. Yuri is clearly an introvert and also an intimate person in general. There's no doubt that she'll open up a little bit when it's time for the two of us. Meanwhile, we've been texting occasionally. She was extremely appreciative at first, but it wasn't long before I was already learning more about her. But putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, Is it okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? I decide to visit Sayori before Yuri comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door and before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that we've made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we were family. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom, where I finally find her. Sayori! Hi, Oldtimer! That's a cute outfit. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as it always been. With the little the cow and the duck. What is that? Somebody chewing on the calendar? I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorators that she's always had for years now. If you come over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Sayori today? Or Yuri today? Yeah, but wait, how did you know that? Sayori had already left by the time we decided that last meeting. Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? Oh, that's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today? Of course. But I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. Ah, so it's just me and Yuri then. Yep. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I wanted to see how you were doing. After you left on Friday, when something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So, Sayori smiles, shaking her head. That's no good, Oldtimer. What? Why can't it just be like it always has been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have even been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. Sayori? I grab Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Ah, ha. Sayori gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap, Oldtimer, but you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? You're really just going to make me say it, aren't you, Oldtimer? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Oh my God. I hate when somebody says that. God, I hate that. Nobody is worthless. Nobody. Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? Jesus Christ. I know there's only 2 people viewing this right now, and I know one of them is Valerie, but It absolutely breaks my heart that there are people that think this way. You're not useless. No one is. Everyone has a value. And the reason why you think it's worthless is because you can't see the value. And the reason why people hang around you and talk to you and want to listen to you has nothing to do with them being put out of place or because you're taking up their time. It's because they think you're valuable enough for their time. That's what it boils down to. Them sitting there talking and spending time with you and letting you express yourself or whatever it is. It's not because you're there and yeah, I got 5 minutes, let's talk. They like you for a reason. They like you for you. And if you, at a moment of relaxation or in their view, a weakness, you express who you truly are, the gates or the mask is taken off and you reveal who you really are and they're still around. Doesn't that tell you something? They think you're worthless. Not worthless. They think that you're worth their time. It's as simple as that. And your self-value shouldn't be equated because of what other people think. It should be what you think. That's what it should be. You should like yourself. There's no reason why everyone's made, whether by someone in the sky or just randomly plopped on this planet to exist. It's still there. You still exist. And that's amazing in itself. That's just the thought. And it's not energy they're spending on it. Obviously, you're worth enough for them to want you to stick around. Because guess what? Your presence, your being, your mere existence in their life is enough to make them feel better about themselves. That's what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy. Without anyone worrying about me. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Because you're a thick-headed little dork. Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayori? Eh? Why is it that you've never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much that I could do. I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little bit better for you. And then she's going to come back and say that's the problem. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. You don't understand at all, Oldtimer. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. And that's the problem with that concept. She is important. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. Haha. That's why I wanted it so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club, it feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, Oldtimer, there's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have help is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Jesus, why horrible? Tears streaked down Sayori's face. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish, and I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you came here, and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. Dame gusto. Pizza. Can't see what that is. Is that a cat person? What is that? I gotta enlarge this so I can see this. Cat lady? It's cat lady. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to escape these punishments. Oh, whoa. Because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, I once again grabbed Sayori's shoulders. This time I pulled her into a tight embrace. Oldtimer, Sayori, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Oh, cat girl overly excited for pizza. Well, who wouldn't be overly excited for pizza? Pizza is freaking amazing. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Oldtimer, Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No, don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Oldtimer. Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. Pineapple ruins pizza. Oh, there we go again. Whatever. They're all, no, we can't have pineapple on pizza. It's a crime. Ridiculous. No matter what it takes. What's a crime? It's sardines. Sardines on pizza, you can kiss my butt. That ain't happening. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I mean, have you opened a can of sardines and not gagged? Then you got a broken nose. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything that you need me to do. See, this is where my character Oldtimer in the game is messing up. You can't make these feelings go away. Then you'd better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. Don't go that way. I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in her turn. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Oldtimer. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm. And that's really scary too. Yeah, I'd get some mad warm hugs. I do in real life. Look at me, man. I'm a freaking beast. I stretched at the wrong time. Sayori lets me go. As she does so, I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow. Yeah. It's going to be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want. I like this game. You'd like Mr. You like Mr. Oh my God, Mr. Miyagi. Wax on, wax off. It's what I want. I promise. I think that would be nice then. Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one day, the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't. Please don't. If you did, then I really wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for Yuri to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? Oops, sorry, smacking my microphone. It would be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right? It's kind of hard for me to fully understand. Made by the same people who made My Name is Mayo. I never heard of that one. What's that one about? Is it Mayo or it's Mayo, right? Mayo. But I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? All right. I look forward to it. I have a feeling you're not going to see her tomorrow. I say goodbye to Sayori. Exit her house. I know the signs. I've seen it before. And hit sequel by name Mail to. Oh, okay. I've never seen it. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy. But it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Yuri is about to come over too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. Nope. No, you're not. I already know where this game's going. Just figured it out. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. As I approach my house, I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. Yuri? Ah! Thank goodness. That's a cute outfit. I like that. You're a little early. I'm sorry I wasn't home yet. Were you waiting for a long time? No, I just got here. But I started to get really nervous when nobody answered the doorbell. You always could have texted me. If I had known, I would have reassured you and hurried more on my way home. I suppose that's true. I didn't think of that for some reason. It should be common sense to do that. But I decided to ignore it. Anyway, let's go inside. I see you brought a lot of stuff with you. Where? You guys see anything? Where's she hiding it? And did you manage to find everything I asked you to buy as well? Yeah, pretty much. At least I hope I got everything all right. I'm sure it will be fine. Look at my clean room. Ooh, yeah, it's way cleaner than my entire house. I take Yuri to my room. The first thing she does is glance around curiously, which makes me feel anxious. It's so clean. I cleaned it before you came over, so that's very considerate of you to do. No. I would be really embarrassed for my room to be a mess while you were here. Well, I do enjoy cleaning. I would have gladly helped you clean. God, no. Let her touch my underoos? I'm not thinking that way. That would be even more embarrassing. Wait, don't look in there. I snatched Yuri's wrist, which was in the process of opening a desk drawer of mine. What is there, some porno magazines in there, bucko? I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking for some reason. I was just spacing out. It's fine, it's fine. I let go of Yuri's wrist. She puts both of her hands firmly on her lap. No, she put it on her back, as if making sure she's keeping track of them. So, should we get started? Yes. I believe a few things planned that I have a few things planned that you can help with. Decorations and other atmospheric enhancements. Atmospheric enhancements? You know, mood lighting, atmospheric, aromatherapy candles? What the fuck are those? Wow. I didn't know you planned on taking it that far. Of course. I want to help take our guests to a faraway place. Yeah, just give them drugs. That'll help. Although many will stop by just out of curiosity and for cupcakes, I guess, I'm determined to provide an experience that will leave them wanting more. That's great. It's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person. Intense. I guess that's the best way to put it. Is that a bad thing? No, not at all. It's something that I like about you, actually. Is it? Is that so? That makes me feel relieved and kind of happy. Yeah, no need to be so anxious. You can relax a little. Relax? I brought some things for relaxation. I was going to use them during the poetry event. Oh yeah, like what? Let's see. Yuri rummages through her bag. She pulls out a few candles and a wooden cylinder-shaped object. I did some shopping on the way here, so I happened to have these in my bag. I plan to cover windows in the back in black paper and use the candles to light the room. I think that would be amazing, don't you? Yeah, that would be really neat. What's the wooden thing though? Oh, this? It's a diffuser or for essential oils. How familiar are you with aromatherapy? Ah, I was reading it too bad. I'm a reader. Aromatherapy. Not familiar at all. Apparently, I can't even pronounce it, so I don't know anything about it. Ah, is that so? It's one of my favorite contributors to a positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils or herbs you choose, you can change the mood of the air itself. Ooh, you can even feel it permeate through your body. Relaxation, positivity, energy, romance, reflection. It's almost like magic. Yuri takes the cylinder and pushes a switch on the button on the bottom. In just a moment, a thin ray of vapor begins to spout through a small hole on the top. Wow, that smells wonderful. Wow. I got one of those. I got a dragon thing. It barfs out smoke. I should go get it and light it. Put it over here. Can't even see it, but it'll make my area smell good. What kind of mood is that? Is that one? This is jasmine essential oil. It smells a little sweet and flowery, right? Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. I chose jasmine for the event because it provides more than relaxation. Jasmine enhances your emotions and helps you feel them flow through your body. Om. You feel warmer and your heart pounds more heavily. Don't you think that will be perfect for sharing our poems? It does sound suitable, but you seem to know a lot about this, so I'll trust your opinion with anything. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. What are those for? Well, did you purchase the origami paper I asked you to get? Yeah, I have it over here. There's actually origami paper? What? We won't be using the paper for folding origami. What I'd like to do is write a different word on each paper. We'll need about 100 of them. Oh yeah? What will these be used for? Well, I'm going to cut pieces of ribbon to hang from a doorway of the classroom. Then we can fasten the paper onto the ribbons to create a doorway curtain. Wouldn't that be beautiful? It would also catch the eye of those passing by the room. It may attract some to peek inside. That's really creative. I had no idea you'd be so good at this, Yuri. Is that so? Well, I suppose I do get a little intense, as you'd put it. Oh. Yuri giggles with her cheeks. Was that a giggle? Is it just me, or is she more relaxed than it's just the two of us? Or maybe it's the excitement she feels from sharing something that she enjoys. Here's a marker, Oldtimer. You can write any characters you want. Oh, that's right, they're Japanese. I'll help you once I finish cutting the ribbons. All right. Sitting on the floor together, the two of us get to work. I carefully draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. I gotta tell you one thing about the Japanese language, the character, well, Japanese, Chinese, all that the characters they use. This is really pretty. It's like art. You know? Drawing your words, that's pretty dope. Ours is just oversimplified, I guess. Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon to her desired length. Then she reaches into her bag one more and pulls out a pocket knife. Eh? The knife is strangely beautiful. The silver handle has an intricate pattern of waves etched into it. The blade itself is a gently tinted blue. That's no ordinary pocket knife. It looks really fancy. Well, embarrassed, Yuri looks away. What is it? You're going to think it's weird. Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. To each their own, you know? If you promise you won't be weirded out. Yeah, I promise. All right. The thing is, I'm kind of into knives. They're just so pretty. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. A combination of craftsmanship and feeling of danger, maybe. Oh, what am I saying? Please don't think I'm weird for this. You're laughing at me. No, I'm not laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you get about sharing. It's an interesting thing to be into, I guess. But I think it's kind of suits you. Suits me. Yeah, kind of intense. Besides, it's a really cool looking knife. I can't deny that. Is it? Isn't it? It is, isn't it? Yuri relaxes her expression once again. Would you like to hold it? Sure, I'll check it out. Yuri carefully hands me the knife with the handle facing me. I take it and turn it around in my hands. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? Curious of its sharpness, I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. Ow! Oldtimer! Why did you do that? I didn't expect to be that sharp. Barely touched it at all. It's my fault. I should have warned you. This knife is extremely sharp. I can cut through skin like it's paper. Oh. Oh no. A small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. Yuri takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look. She stares at it and noticeably fidgets. If you're squeamish, I'll go wash it off now. Without warning, Yuri puts the finger in her mouth and licks the wound. What the fuck? I feel her tongue curl around my finger. What the flippin' flap? Startled, I instinctively pull my hand back. Oh, please forgive me. I wasn't thinking. Yeah, what the frick, vampire lady? Yuri lowers her head and her face burning up. Yuri, that's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. How could I do something like that? I'm sorry. Sure, it was a little weird and it took me by surprise, but I guess she was just trying to help me, right? Yuri, I think you're overreacting a little. Uh-oh? She doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from this for the rest of the afternoon? All right, you know what? This might be a stupid thing to do, but I'll do it anyway. I take Yuri's hand and lick her index finger in return. Fuck. Oldtimer! Did you really just do that? Now we're even. Yuri just looks at me like I did something wrong. I knew that would be a bad idea. If not for the sweet aroma of the jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now. Yeah, you creepers. You're so weird, Oldtimer. Yuri giggles shyly. Eh? Yuri calling me weird? I have no response to that. Where do you keep your bandages? I don't think I need one, actually. It was a tiny cut. Look, it already stopped bleeding. I see. That's relieving. The tension is quickly lifting. We each resume our respective activities. Oh, good God. Oh, excuse me, I burped too. Sorry. That's gross. I watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I continue to make progress on the paper. After we finish attaching the paper to the ribbons, we lay them all out side by side. It looks better than I expected and will be very effective as a door curtain. It looks great. Good thinking coming up with this, Yuri. Ah, thanks. It's just something I saw online, really. Are you ready to move on to the next task? Yeah, let's do it. Do this. What do you have in mind? I'd like to create a banner. That's why I asked you to buy the paint tablets. Ah, that's right. One of the items Yuri had asked me to buy was a kit of watercolor paint tablets. We'll need about 6 cups of water to put each of the tablets in. Do you mind fetching those for me? For us? Of course not. 6 cups of water. I'll be right back in a minute. Thank you very much. Oh, and just a little bit of water is okay. If you fill the cups too much, it will be too diluted. I used to do watercolors. Taking Yuri's advice, I decided to use small plastic bathtub cups rather than full-size glasses. I put them on a plate to catch any paint and that drips. Yeah, why am I yawning? Then bring it back into my room. Yuri, yes? I come in to see Yuri quickly unrolling her sleeves, unrolling her sleeves, pulling it back over her arm. Ah, nothing. Your face is a little red. Is it too hot in here or anything? Ah, no, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's mix the paint. Yuri hurriedly dismisses me and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablets, dropping them in the cups. So I thought we would do something simple that would look very nice. I'd like to paint a gradient across the banner, starting with the colors for the surface, then daytime, and sunset and nighttime. Once it dries, then I'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. We can hang it on the wall behind the podium at the front of the classroom. Ah, neat. What are you going to write? Well, it will be more fun to surprise you. Yuri smiles at me. If you say so. After rolling out the banner, Yuri and I kneel on opposite sides so we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri uses a brush and adds a few dots of different colors across the banner to serve as a color guide when we paint. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on a banner with watercolors feels a lot like the art class projects we had back then. It's relaxing. Ah, I'm sorry if this feels too childish. No, I didn't mean it that way. Not at all. It's kind of fun, you know? Yeah, it is fun. But I punch myself in the face or something. Wake up. It is fun. I'm glad you feel that way too. Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself. For me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. I just like when I can spend time with another person. Groceries should be showing up soon. Because I ordered from Walmart. Because I hate shopping. I just like when I spend time with another person. Even if it's something simple like reading, it doesn't even matter if we don't talk much. Just having a friend next to me makes things feel a little bit nicer. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy. Is that so? Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way about things like anime and games, where simply sharing the experience with someone can make me happy. I think I feel the same way. Yuri smiles gently. I know you understand. Yuri leans over the banner to grab my unused paintbrush, but I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers. Hiya! Sorry. Yuri reels back, and I quickly lift my hand in surprise. Are you hurt? No, I'm not hurt. It just startled me, that's all. Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me. It's not your fault. Ah, your face. There are droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck. Is there something on my face? Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away. I rush out and fetch a small towel, then I dampen it with hot water. I return to my room and kneel back down in front of her. Oh, that's cute. Here. I pat down Yuri's face and neck with the towel. Is something wrong? It's hot. I just didn't expect it. Sorry. I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I started to retract my hand, but Yuri suddenly holds my wrist. Oh shit. Wait. Eh? Just for a little longer. It feels really nice. I keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eyes. It's an intense expression I recognize from when she reads her books. Almost as if she's lost in a daze, enveloped by her own thoughts. She breathes gently, half through slightly parted lips. What is happening? Is this the aroma of the jasmine oil giving me these dizzy feelings? Yuri gently fingers. Whoa. That was bad phrasing. Yuri's gentle fingers wrapped around my wrist send a tingling sensation through my arm. I bet they do. And suddenly her face seems to be much closer to mine than it was just a moment ago. Oh boy, we're gonna kiss. Oh Lord. Yuri slowly pulls away. Sorry. Man, blue ball me. I've been feeling a little lightheaded today. I didn't mean to space out. Yeah, it's fine. Dude, you missed out. Should have went in. The moment is over as soon as it began. Yuri picks up her brush again, but her movements seem clumsier, like she's unable to focus. I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. I hesitantly retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's example. That should do it. I finish filling the night sky with white dots that look like stars. Looking at the banner as a whole, it's very pretty and natural looking. I think it came out better than I expected. I'm really happy with the results. Yeah, me too. Are you going to add lettering now? Not yet. It needs to dry first. That's true. But won't that take a while? Well, perhaps. Perhaps it would be better to leave it here than have you bring it in the morning. I can do that lettering in the classroom before our event starts. Is that okay? That's totally fine. Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here. Phew. You say that like you're glad it's over. Was I wrong to assume that you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit? No, that's not that. It's just that I got this chub over here and I gotta go take care of it. Oh, I'm just glad that we managed to get everything done. I'm just thinking that's what he's thinking. I see. I'm perfectly fine. This ain't done doing nothing for me. I am too. I was a little concerned about time. I need to start making dinner soon. So you don't have any time left. I was secretly hoping we would have an extra time after finishing the work. Well, Yuri thinks to herself, I think it would be too irresponsible of me to wait much longer. I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be more time as well. It's probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker. No, it's not your fault at all. And the important thing is that we got everything done right. Yeah. So, I shouldn't be disappointed or anything. Gathering all her things, Yuri seems to look a little downcast. I understand why. It sounded like she rarely gets the opportunity to spend time with friends in a relaxed environment. But that doesn't mean This is the last time it can happen. Once Yuri packs up, I walk her out of the front door. Thank you very much for having me today. No problem. I'm glad I was able to help. Just let me know if there's anything else you need me to bring tomorrow. I will. Well then, Yuri fidgets. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, I kind of say that without thinking. About today. It's fine that we didn't have as much time as we wanted because we can do this again. Whenever you want, you can come over or we can go out somewhere. Ew, putting on the lines, Oldtimer with the words. I forgot you don't like going out much. As a subtle over my words, Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, so you're very thoughtful, Oldtimer. I am, thank you. Yuri takes a step closer to me, then briefly squeezes my hand. Whoa. I kind of like that about you. Whoa, got really close. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? But I don't even get a chance. So as Yuri suddenly pulls back. Whoop. This is Sayori. Eh? Ah, hi, Oldtimer. Sayori. Just now we weren't. It's okay, Oldtimer. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm already on my way home to leave. Really? That's too bad. I'm sorry. But we'll all be together at the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right? Of course. Sayori beams. Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow. Phew, gone like a lightning. Clearly embarrassed, Yuri hurries off. Sayori waves goodbye after her. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me. So I had to come here and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Yuri and how close you got to her. Makes me really happy that you've made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. Oh shit, I think this girl likes me. I believe she's in love with Oldtimer. And that's gonna put me in a bind. But I think it's a losing situation either way. Why am I feeling this way, Oldtimer? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. Sayori, don't say that. Please don't say that. I don't like that thought. I gotta... There, maybe I can... Oh, that's much better on my back. Let's scoot a little closer. Hut. Bring my keyboard over here. Even though I really don't need it. Sayori, don't say that. It's true, Oldtimer. If I wasn't here, you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monaco's right. I should just... Monica? Monaco's right about what? Sayori? What I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side and tell you to don't feel any more pain. But Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, Oldtimer. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayori? It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Crap, I hate being right. Oldtimer, I like you so much that I want to die. Oh shit. That's how I feel. And that's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings. I know what you need the most right now, and that's what I'm going to give to you. Oh shit. I don't think it really matters. I think she's gonna kill herself either way. But I don't think I can tell her that she's just my friend. Because she just opened up to me, but I think it doesn't matter, but I'd feel better if I said I love you. I love you. Eh? Those are my true feelings. So there's no way you could like me more than I like you. I should have realized it sooner, but spending time with everyone at the club, making new friends, and having fun with you every day, it helped me realize that you are truly the most important person to me. That's why I accept any of your burdens, as long as we continue like this every day. With you by my side, then I know we'll be both happy. Oldtimer? Suddenly, Sayori wraps her arms tightly around me. Hey, look at me. Oldtimer, is this really okay? Yeah. I hold Sayori in my arms and pull her closer. You'll never have to let go of me again. I love you, Oldtimer. Aw. I want to be with you forever. Me too. I feel Sayori's grip around me weaken a little bit. What is this? Sayori? I'm supposed to be happy right now. I always thought this would be the happiest moment for me. But why? Even now? Why won't the rain clouds go away? They're not going away at all, Oldtimer. It's okay, Sayori. It might take some time for things to get better again, but no matter how long it takes, I'll be here every step of the way. That's all that matters right now. Okay. I trust you. Sayori and I slowly release each other. So, I guess that makes the festival tomorrow our first date, huh? Well, what are you saying? I don't want to think about those things, you know? I want everything to be the same as it always has been, even if we really are a couple. I don't know if I could handle anything more right now. It's really new and scary to me. I understand. We'll go to whatever pace suits you best. Hey, Oldtimer. Sayori gazes at me once again, smiling sadly. Even if I get really, really sad, this is the best thing for me, right? Eh? I don't really understand what Sayori means by that. Are you saying that this is making you feel sad, Sayori? I don't know. I don't understand what I'm feeling. It felt like a bunch of thorns when you told me you love me. That's why I want to trust you. You know what's best for me. Yeah, I do. That's my promise. I say that, but in reality, I've never felt more uncertain when it comes to Sayori. I know that I love her and she loves me, but I am having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more, something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. Is that what Sayori means? Sayori means by not wanting anything to change? I don't know. But I know that I'll give it everything I got. Sayori is the most important person to me, and I'll do whatever it takes to have a happy future with her. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that was a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. The banner, Yuri, an eye painted that is dry, and I gently roll it up to take with me. She sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, but I reassured her. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about this event. I'm more excited for it to be over than so I can spend time with Sayori and Yuri at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Oldtimer, you're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here now by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared that have all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That's that dummy. You'd think that one day this important, she'd try it a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember that Sayori told me yesterday, and I suddenly feel awful, knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. You should take a little responsibility for her, Oldtimer. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging with this morning, you know. Exchange? Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all. But I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? That we're a couple now? I didn't really plan on bringing it up with anyone yet. Jeez, you don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Eh? Monica is being as friendly as usual, but but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Yeah, that sounds a little weird. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They they came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desk. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognize Natsuki's and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one that I haven't read before. Get out of my head, get out of my head, get out of my head, get out of us all, get out of my head. What the frick? And it's all get out of my head, get out of my head, get out of my head. Before I do what I know is best for you, get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. What the? What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Oldtimer? What's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to get to Sayori. So, well, all right. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself. Monica calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs and what I want to give her. I reach to Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. That really is something that a boyfriend would do, isn't it? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Whoa! What the fuck? What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. Holy fuck. I suppressed my urge to vomit. But yet just yesterday, I told Sayori, God, I can't even read him. That was fucked up. I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. And why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Confessing to her? I shouldn't have confessed to her. That's not what Sayori needed at all. She even told me how painful it was to others to care about her. Then why did I confess to her and make her feel even worse? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spend more time with her, walking her to school, and remain friends with her like it always has been. Oh man, this is terrible. And I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the Literature Club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend, someone I grew up with. She's gone forever. Nothing I do can bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. I had only one chance and I wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now I can never take it back. Never, 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 never. Wow. What the fuck? It looks like Monica's over. What is this? What is this shit? What do I click? This or this? What the fuck? It also looks like everybody's on top of her. Oh, that's some serious corruption right there. What the hell? I kind of want to click this, but I want to see what happens here. Oh, should I click this? Should I click that? I don't know. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air, and she's totally oblivious to any attention. What the? The girl is my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend, I'm confused. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because I've done this. We used to walk to school frequently. Yeah, that's what it said before. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better running away. However, I just sigh, let idle, and let catch up to me. Oh, whoa. What? Okay. Mornings are usually at the worst, being surrounded by couples and friends groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. No, I haven't. I've walked with Sayori. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. But I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on my average while spending my free time on games and anime. What? There's always an anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. School today is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I knew it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. Are we just gonna forget that I just saw my hanging friend on the fucking ceiling of her house? We're just gonna continue on like it never happened? I guess I have no choice but to start with an anime club. Oldtimer? What the? Monica? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. You didn't notice that, dude? Monica smiled sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked about we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class, smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little, what did you come in here for anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd just rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything: reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say that? Say she? Hey, Oldtimer. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could, at the very least, visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please. Um, well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Awesome. You're really sweet, old timer, you know? It it's nothing really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. What the hell is going on here? And thus today marks the is this Groundhog's Day? Am I just doomed to repeat this over and over again? Today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. I dejectedly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back. And I brought a guest with me. A guest? What the? Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, old timer. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. So let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. Anyway, this is Natsuki. Energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. What? It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have... What in the hell is going on? Yeah, it's nice to meet you both. What the fuck? I'm supposed to just forget my best friend just hung herself? What the hell? So I ran into Oldtimer in the classroom and decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica, didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know, sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, old timer? The girls have a few desks around them. Yuri walks over the corner of the room, opens a closet, and yeah. Meanwhile, this is the same shit. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make you sure feel at home, okay? As president of the Leisure Club, my duty to make club fun say. Wow, I'm gonna have to digest this. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Well, I'm gonna take a breather. My eyes are hurting. This is emotionally draining. That took me by surprise. So I'm gonna sit down, maybe watch a movie and get back on. Wait for my food to show up so I can put it away. Go sit on a more comfortable chair. So I'm gonna save this over here, and then I'm gonna end it for now. I'm a little confused about that. Doki. So anyways, thanks for the new followers. Let me see if I go up. Tommy Wizzo, thank you for showing up. Your Average Gamer, thanks for stopping by. And there was that other follower. Where was it? Didn't I just have somebody follow me? Misak. Na, na, na. I could have swore they must not have left a message. I gotta figure out how to go back to figure out who followed. Oh well. I apologize. I don't know how to go back to see who clicked the following, all that stuff. I'm not on Twitch. I should probably have it playing. I just don't want to stress my computer out too much. But anyways, thanks to everybody for watching. This is starting to get really freaking weird, but it's just I'm getting uncomfortable sitting here, so I'm gonna go sit on a more comfortable couch and relax a little bit, and I'll be back on probably in a couple hours, maybe. So once again, wow. Okay. All you that show up or all that watch know what kind of person I am. Please come by, hang out, talk. On YouTube, the Oldtimer on YouTube. Click and subscribe. That'd be cool. Click like and subscribe. That'd be awesome. You can follow me on the Oldtimer 74 on Twitch. Other than that, I think I will sign off for now. It's been 3 hours. Pretty good stream. So I'll be back in a bit. So everybody be good. Stay classy. And don't forget, if you feel like you're not loved, you're wrong, because I love you all. So until then, I'll see you in the next stream. Bye.